Hi guys and welcome back. I made a video yesterday and it didn't turn out good. It was all over the place and my camera was not recording right. So there was just a lot that happened and it was a good video. So I'm going to briefly go over what I went over yesterday. So I got this new planner, the Erin Cauldron planner. And this is the first time I've ever had a planner like this. I'm new to budgeting. I'm new to the cash envelope system. I started in January, and basically, a little story. My husband got super sick, and he got laid off by his job. He was in the hospital for quite some time in the ICU. I had to get a job. I was a full-time mom and college student. So then I had the privilege of staying home there for the longest time. But now that we were hurting for our money, I got a job and I work at Amazon delivering packages. And we get sometimes we get tips, just depends on what we deliver. So my income is inconsistent. So one week I'll have tips, one week I won't. Just depends what I deliver. So as I was looking through the planner, I had watched some videos on how some people fill out this section of the planner. Everybody writes down like birthdays or their goals that they have in mind for each month. I'm going to do it a little differently. Each month, I am going to, at the end of the month, I'm going to write my income of what I made and how much my bills are and how I want to see how much they fluctuate from each month. And then how much I got to save each month and miscellaneous like going to a wedding or going to the park or whatever may happen during that month, even like car maintenance, or even though I have a cash envelope for car maintenance, um, I want to track and see how much happens within a month. And then the last one is how much I pay off in debt. I owe $45,000 in school debt. I have a car loan that I owe like $9,000 left. I have some miscellaneous debt that I had from when I was younger and immature. So that was basically what yesterday's video covered. I did fill out some of January. Basically, my income was about $800 for the whole month since I only worked 2 weeks into January. My bills, they were pretty low because we weren't here. I didn't fill this one out yet because I still have to go over it. I managed to be able to save $200, and my miscellaneous debt was like $600 because I had to buy my husband's prescriptions, and that was like $300. And I had to replace a tire, and I didn't even have a chance to set up any of my cash envelopes to save anything. And I can't stress to anybody who's watching this video that setting up these envelopes is going to be the best decision I've ever made in my life, and I highly recommend it to anybody that needs to help budgeting their money because of things like that come up. And even though my husband was at his job for a year and a half, they denied him sick pay, they denied him vacation pay, they denied him everything. So you really don't know what life will throw at you, and you may need that backup money. I have so many goals for 2020, starting with I want to do the 1.5 emergency fund. I have a savings cash envelope We are also participating in the 52-week money challenge. I did it a twist on it though. I'm gonna do a video on it, another video on it. But briefly to talk about it, basically you're supposed to put ones or fives or tens in a milk jug or any type of piggy bank that you have. Whereas I'm doing it a little differently. I'm just throwing whatever I may be able to put in there. So there's like a 50 in there and there's a 20 in there. So whatever I can have remainder, I'm gonna stick in there. I super glued the top of it so that I couldn't dip into it, because I knew that if something came up or if I was depressed and I wanted to eat fast food, I was gonna dip into it. And one of my goals is to not eat fast food. So we wanted to try to participate in that. Well, today's video is going to be about my 2020 overview. So we're gonna write 2020 overview. Okay. So for 2020, my starting debt balance my starting debt balance is roughly, I want to say $69,000. I didn't get to put much on it last month, so it kind of remained the same. And I don't have to pay my college student loans off yet, but I want to start saving for them, so that when I do get out of college, I will have a hefty payment to pay on it. $69,000. And the next one is my starting savings balance. And unfortunately, I might have to dip into my savings because my car has some issues with it. And like I said, I didn't have a chance to get car maintenance funding. So my $200 is going to have to go towards my my car, unfortunately. But life throws you curves, and God doesn't put nothing in your path that you can't handle. I truly believe that He will put anything in your pathway to see if you can accomplish it. I truly believe that. My financial goal is to be debt-free. Now we're going to write some saving goals. Everybody's goals are different. No one's is the same. And then that's all right. Nobody's has to be the same. My first savings goal, I want to try to save for like a house and a new car. We're down to one car. My husband had a truck, and I mean he still does, but it's like really on thin ice. Like Everything keeps falling apart. It's a very old truck. It's 20 years old. And it's been through a hurricane, and it was just a heater with a beater. So our savings goal is by the end of the year, we want to save $10,000. And I know that's really unrealistic since January was like really bad for us, but anything can happen. My husband and I could land a good job, and we may potentially be able to meet that. And if we don't, we're just going to roll it over for 2021 and try our best to get that $10,000. That's all we can do is hope and pray and try to meet our goals. Now this one is to pay off my student loans. I'm not going to fill this one in because it was at $45,000 like I had mentioned, but I just had to sign for more loans for this next quarter of my school year, and it hasn't dropped yet how much it's going to be and how much they're going to add to it. So I'm not going to fill that one in quite yet, but I think it's roughly another $10,000. So if that's the case, then I'll be up to $55,000, but I'm not sure yet. Little back history about my schooling. I have an associate's degree, and then I wasn't really satisfied with what I was going for, so I decided to go back and get my bachelor's degree, and I have like a year left, a year and like 2 months, and then I'll be done. But I might go back for my master's degree. I just haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do. And so for my I know that there is quite a few loans, so I'm going to skip some spaces and come down here. And so for my ending debt, my ending debt oh, I should put balance, my bad. Balance. I want to take care of all my little debt, which is like $2,000, I think I said. I'm not quite sure, but it's a lot, like medical bills, and there's a cell phone bill from when I was like 18, when I thought I was cool and could get a phone with my credit. So there's like a phone bill, there is a credit card, and that I want to pay off. So my goal is the $2,198. And the reason why I'm writing it with a pencil is because I'm going to get back on there and double check my work. Even though I have it wrote down over here, I always want to double check it because I would hate to write it in pen and then screw up and then have to scribble it out. So I'll go back and double check my work, but I'm pretty sure that that's what that is. My ending savings goal is the $10,000. And that may seem unrealistic to some people, and that's okay. You have to do what you know that you can do. If you can save $1,000 a month, or if that's what you want to aim for, then that's what you should aim for. If you want to shoot for $500, then you shoot for $500. I'm setting the expectation a little high for us, just because I want to see if I can push me and my husband to really do it. Some people may not be able to do that, and that's okay. Everybody's personal debt journey is different, and that's okay as well. My husband has more debt than I do, so his overview is a little different, and I wanted to add it in here, but he's not really sure if he really wants his business out there. I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to talk to him more about it because his is kind of fun in a way to get down to the numbers. It's never fun to be in debt, but it's really fun to have an overview, and it really is fun to see his versus mine, because mine is so just basic, like $2,000 worth of debt plus car debt, which I need to add that. I forgot to add my car debt. I'll just put it down here. My car debt, I have a 6-year loan on my car. And I pay roughly $280 a month. I pay always more than that, but for a 6-year loan, I have 2.5 years left. And I want to try to pay it off beforehand. It's not $9,000 anymore because we just made the payment today, but it hasn't went on it yet. It takes a couple days for it to go on. So once I get the statement in the mail, I'll fix that. But that's what it was just a couple days ago before I paid it. My student loans go in numbers. They don't. I've seen some people say that their student loans go in ABC order. Mine don't. As of right now, I have 10 student loans. None of them reach more than $10,000 apiece. I have one that's $600, and I have one that I noticed that was like $2,500. So they all vary. And I'll get back on there and look. But yeah, that's basically my overview. It's not the greatest. It's kind of boring, to be honest. But I did order some more stickers because my stickers aren't really the greatest. And I know that some people like to spark up their journal, and I do too. Trust me, I do too. I will be dropping a video tomorrow as well as this one for the cash stuffing envelopes. I get paid tomorrow, so you will have to look out for that one. Yeah, I really hope that this could help you, even though it's not the greatest. But I just wanted to say to like the video, subscribe, comment down below your overview, or if you have any questions. I want to thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you guys in another one. Thanks, guys.